It started with the Robin Hood Hotel across the road from Blacktown Station. The publican apparently put up the price of the beer and he was a bit disgruntled with some of the patrons, so they decided to form their own committee and form their own little club. Now, by doing that, they couldn't sell beer, so what they did, they rented out glasses, and that's how they formed the first part of the money to purchase the property that is now known as the old tin shed.
Well, after these fellas got this club going, it was which we call the old tin shed. It was only just a makeshift shed from AAF shed from the Richmond Air Base. It's the greatest story, I say, at one of the clubs, any club in Sydney or around New South Wales, to grow from what we are to where we are today.
The reason that we celebrate our Old Tin Shed Foundation members every year is in gratitude to the work they did to start the club. They started the Old Tin Shed as they wanted a social outlet for Blacktown.
It's an intrinsic part of who they are, it's in their DNA, and the great work and time and effort and energy that they've put into their club has given us the platform for the success that we have today. It reminds us of our duty and our obligations, not just to them, but also to the wider community, to make sure that the hard work and great achievements that they have and their vision is something that we can take forward into the future for the next generation of members ourselves.
The people that we know as our Old Tin Shed members and foundation members had the foresight to start the club, and without their forward thinking, we wouldn't have the clubs that we have today. We are indebted to them for the foundations that they built, for the rest of the boards coming through the generations to add and go further with our clubs. On behalf of everybody involved in the club over the last 65 years, I would like to thank our Old Tin Shedders and foundation members for getting us started. We are in debt to them to have what we have now.
One of my favourite members coming from the tin shed, you want to come up to Campbell Street into a new brick building in 1960, and that was probably the start of the great building for where we are today.
So the club's evolved quite significantly since the original tin shed days to where it is now. These guys and gals have started the ball rolling for us and given us a platform for success. Things have changed, but what has always stayed the same has been the focus on the community. Our membership, workers, community, and Blacktown itself and the wider LGA. These guys have done a phenomenal job of setting us up for success. It's our job and our duty to make sure that we continue that success into the future.
We never expected from where the tin shed, when they started up there, went out, you never expected in your wildest dreams it would be as big as it is there now, and it's still growing, doing everything else. So you congratulate them, the directors, for what they're doing, because they're doing a damn good job. So you let them all know about, as far as I was concerned, you let them know that you're doing the right thing.
A big part of saying thank you is to recognise the Tin Shed and Foundation members. The work that they did, the things that they did, the things that they achieved, the long-term vision and strategic thinking of these groups of people have given us the place we are now. The board thinks of this all the time. It's not something we roll out once a year, it's something we do regularly. We are mindful that the decisions that we make and the board makes today have to benefit the membership of the future. What the board does regularly is make sure that when they make a decision, it's through a filter that includes the Tin Shed members. Are we doing something for the benefit of everyone or not? These are just one of the few things that we do as a group to make sure that we acknowledge and remember the success and the commitment of our Tin Shed members. Without these guys and gals, the commitments they made, that we wouldn't have the place where we are now and the platform we are to take the baton from them and take it into the future. So thank you.